Long-term analysis of OKLO Inc. Why is it going up more than 800%? Let's see together. But before that, read the disclaimer right here in the video description below. And also join us for NST. We analyze the best stocks of the US market and also Europe. So interestingly with this one, and I'm very surprised about it, you can clearly see here the price action, going up like crazy. And the net income in the last quarter negative. And actually, we are talking about negative quarters every time. The last time we saw positive quarters were in March 2023 and before. So it's going down dramatically in terms of net income, which is not positive. It's one of the key indicators that I usually analyze in order to assess if the stock is good or not. But the thing here is like, why is OKLO, rising? So it's rising sharply in October, especially in October 2025, despite these ongoing losses, because investors are betting on long-term growth potential in nuclear energy, particularly its small modular reactor or SMR technology, and the support of high-profile backers such as Sam Altman from OpenAI. So this is pushing the price higher. So for me, this is the type of situation that is completely speculative. There are many stocks where you can get huge profits and in the short term, in the medium term, but when that hype is over and the reality comes in again, normally they crash. I'm not saying this is gonna happen, but it could happen. And when that happens, it falls down dramatically to the previous levels. So it's something that you need to consider, because the financial results, as you can see, they are present and they're negative. So why should you invest in this stock? So we have different factors as well in order to think that the stock is a good one for the long term, because obviously when you invest in a stock, you are not investing in the present or the past, but the future. So here we have a strong investor optimism right now, obviously, because they are resurging in nuclear energy in the nuclear energy sector. I'm sorry, as a clean, reliable domestic power, energy security, and decarbonization efforts. So there are a lot of things that are very interesting in that part. Also, the government and defense-related catalysts, that we're talking about, that recently the U.S. government, including the Department of Defense, support the microreactor military nuclear projects. So this is one of the cases that they actually have, if I'm not mistaken, one contract with them in Alaska. Also, high-profile endorsements. The company, as I mentioned before, from OpenAI, has drawn speculative retail and institutional attention. Normally, these stocks, they don't have a lot of visibility, and actually, it's very clear to see that the market cap, you see the market cap of this stock before the hype. We're talking about a very ridiculous market cap. We're talking about nearly $1 billion, So right now it's trading at $24 million of market cap, which is insane. And in terms of performance, we're talking about, actually, I have to activate even the logarithmic scanner to see something. I'm going to take this number from September 2024 till today. We're talking about nearly 3,000%. So that's huge, and it's uncommon. So it's a risky situation, because right now it's making new highs. The net income is negative, but it's making new highs. It's like a contradiction right there, as you can see. So we are gonna draw a line, a support line right here, taking these key levels. So you can buy a stock with some sort of retracement, because obviously when it's at the top, it's more risky. Also use the RSI and MACD, very basic indicators, but they also work. They always work because they are used by many investors. They are used almost by everybody. And the thing here is like you have to take these extreme levels, in the overbought territory, and don't buy there, that's for sure. And look at this rally right here. If you want to buy the stock, a stock like this, you have to buy it at the bottom, So here you can clearly see the bottom area of the RSI is around this number, so you can buy the stock around this area. But don't buy it right here, because this is when you have more risk. Also, the RSI, a very risky situation, but at the oversold level is the best area to buy it. But definitely, right now we are trading nearly in overbought territory, which is risky. Maybe it could go a little bit higher, but it's very, very risky. It's the only thing that you have to consider, you know, overbought and oversold levels. Avoid overbought levels to buy the stock and try and use the oversold levels to buy it. But in any case, when you see several breakouts, you have to pay attention to the, you know, to these key levels. And actually, one of the key levels is this one, this uptrend. Another level I would say is this one. Actually, let me see if I can draw it. Yeah. This is another level. Actually, as you can see, the $100 level is very strong. You know, we have several. We have the support level right here. That this because there is a breakout right here of this triangle, as you can see, and this is a key level. You know, to hold. If there is a breakout below that level, we have to draw other lines. There are different lines, the uptrends, and I would say also horizontal lines. So this one we have right here one. The second one, it's right here. We have to take also the level of $50 the $50 area, and these are the three main levels. So as you can see, we have like 4 possible breakouts in short term or medium term, and you have to pay attention to those. So obviously you see a breakout, wait to the next level to buy the stock you want to buy. You know, so you are already you already have the stock. Obviously you have to find a way to sell the stock, because right now with a performance of nearly 3,000% in some cases, it's a nice profit, you know, and you are not going to find those profits maybe in the future, because in order to see that in this stock, we need to see something better. We need to see like great news. And remember, guys, this is a stock in losses. That's all I'm saying. But this is my opinion, of course. If we go to the analysts, Wall Street analysts, maybe it's a different story. Maybe they agree with me. We're going to see it. Probably they agree with me because the average of them, and we're talking about 16 analysts. I would say this stock is well covered for being a small cap stock. And we're talking about the average of them think the stock should go down minus 38%. The most optimistic one is like, he thinks, probably he or she, I don't know, the stock should go up more than 6%, nearly 7%. So as you can see, the upside potential right now is very limited, and the downside potential is it can be very dramatic. The most pessimistic one thinks the stock should go down minus 91%. It's a huge risk. We're talking about, I'm gonna risk like 0.5, you know, in order to, and I can lose like 99 per 9.9. I mean, it's very risky. Not worth it in my opinion. And look at the estimate. I would say the estimate of the EPS is pretty weak. You know, I don't think this is something that you can analyze. But we have the forecast right here: 1.47 million in of revenue by the end of 2026, and then by the end of 2027, 12, and by the end of 2028, 109. I mean, you can invest this stock in the future probably, especially when they're gonna make 100 more than 100 million. You know, definitely that revenue, it will be transformed in a very positive net income. But right now we don't see this yet. And actually here, look at the estimate: minus 0.40, minus 0.68. And the projection with this stock is that they are going to continue to make losses, negative net income in the coming years. So a very risky situation, you know. This is like the red signals that you have to pay attention to, you know, because smart investors, they don't invest in stocks that are gonna make losses unless it's temporary. And probably, as you can see, it's not the case here. We're talking about for the long term, we're gonna continue to see losses in this stock. So I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. Let me know what you think about it. Do you agree with me? Do you think the stock is in risk of going down dramatically in the short term or medium term? Or do you think the upside potential is still there? Leave your comments below in the video description. I'll also join us again and see you in the next one.